at our live stream over there at Indie Tourist Creator Spotlight and you came over here, welcome. Thank you so much for joining us over here at Girl Code Dialogue Podcast. Man, we have, of course, an amazing guest tonight and our ladies on the couch. If you look around, I think I glitched out. Son of a bitch.
Hello.
Yes, you did. You're glitched.
She will be back.
hmm Welcome to Update Day in Meta Horizon Worlds where everything glitches.
Yeah. The whole time.
Tuesday.
Hmm.
Oh, Jesus, what's happening?
I wonder what they updated. Do you guys know what they updated?
I have no idea.
The party invite is different when I invite Trixie to travel to the next world. I hit
Okay.
invite and it doesn't wait for her to accept it and then me to go. It just sends me and then eventually she gets the invite and joins me, which is really
Yeah, it's
weird.
like it comes up
Hi,
like a pop-up.
Brooklyn.
It's weird.
Hey, Brooklyn.
What if I'm
You know,
not in the
go to
world?
the
Though? How do I
front,
get the
go
invite?
to the
Does it come up
front.
on my phone?
Yeah, behind the bus.
You remember how to get here?
The
Oh,
taco shop,
yeah.
taco truck. I mean,
All right.
I got. Hold on.
Okay.
We had one of those yesterday too, remember? With the whole clown in it. That was cute.
What are you talking about? Was it a bus? I mean, was it like on here?
taco.
Yeah, it was literally the same one that Nick has out there. But it had tacos on it and there was a clown in it because we didn't know what to put inside of it. But it was
Oh, that's
cute.
funny.
Oh, I like Nick's bottoms. I've seen those in blue. I've never seen them in white. Or is it just the lighting right there?
No, they're white. This is actually if you're on
Nice.
Horizon Plus subscription. This is like
Oh.
one of it has a top outfit, but with jewelry and stuff on it. But it's like gonna, I don't know. I thought it was a little much for the show.
I like it. Wait, so you're saying you have a subscription for Horizon
Yeah,
Plus?
where they have the games
Yeah,
and
that's what I
stuff.
was like. Horizon Plus.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, I have that too. Yeah, it's fun.
Oh, yeah,
Oh,
she
Meta
does
yeah.
Plus
They
have
changed the
that.
name.
Oh,
They changed the name to Horizon
They
Plus.
changed the
Yeah,
name. Yeah.
or something. I don't know. Is it Horizon Plus? Let's ask
Okay,
Trixie. She would know.
Oh, and so they give you like special
Yeah.
outfits because
I
of
know.
this?
I'm
Like
like, what?
$7.99 a month.
Oh,
No, it's like you just get like games every month. Is 2 new games or something, and like
oh, that's
they're
kind of
usually like really
neat.
nice games. Like Demi
It's a
was
link
one
in
of the
bio.
games they had. Yeah,
Demi.
Yeah.
and it's like
Damn.
cute. Yeah.
Oh, I want to
And
play
then
that
they're
one.
like, it makes you
Golf
want to
Plus
buy it,
also.
huh?
Golf Plus was the other month. That's you.
It hasn't started, has it?
I want to play that
No, I'm just
Mars
fucking
game.
coughing.
We're live. We're
You are
live.
live, Brooklyn.
I'm so sorry. I'm late to the party, y'all. My bad. It was a crazy day
Oh,
today.
you're good.
Crazy day.
It's okay, baby.
Oh, yeah, those days.
So how y'all doing today? Since I'm late to the party, what did I miss?
Nothing. But
Not
I'm
nothing.
good. You didn't miss anything yet.
Okay,
You're not that
okay.
late.
Yeah.
Thank God.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Well, now I'm back. Hello. Okay. That was a really long travels. And you know what? I went to another world. Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah.
Welcome. I don't know if I'm interrupting you, but everybody's looking at me like, oh.
No, you're
But
good.
I was,
No,
but yeah,
no, you're
I
good.
tried to come back in and then I end up going to another world. And, yeah, I was going to open this up with a little bit more stuff, but, it is frustrating out there, Meta, if we can get, an instance where we all end up in one place,
Yes.
when we want to, that would
What I
be
told you to do?
really, really great. So anyway, all right, back to what I was saying, guys. We have an amazing guest on our couch today. And we also have a special one that is moving around over here, Miss Jen Smash. Miss Jen Smash. Hey, how are you? Good.
Hey, how are you?
I feel like this is deja vu because y'all were just like here. Are we wearing the same clothes though? Are we like meta
No.
stinky right now?
No.
Well, maybe
No, oh,
Trixie.
good.
Trixie
No,
hasn't changed.
Trixie
I
didn't
got
change.
them
Since she
Shit,
made that
forever.
shirt, you can't get her out of it.
Right.
She-
Link in
Link in
bio.
bio.
Link in bio.
Yeah, not showered.
Well, Miss Jen Smash, in case anybody out there on the stream that wasn't on the stream last 2 weeks actually, because I took a week off. So last 2 weeks, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers in the room.
you.
First off.
Thank
Yes,
you.
thank Um,
Here, let me fix my
let them know what
glasses.
you do up
I'm
in
still not looking
the
here.
metaverse.
um,
Oh, going blind.
How do
well, I am an accountant. I've
Mm.
had an accountant for
All right, I'm about
35
to go though. This
years.
isn't what I thought it was.
No, it's not,
I'll see
hon.
you next
See
time.
ya.
I'm in Skate
Bye.
World soon.
Bye, Kizzy.
Bye,
Skate
Kizzy.
World.
Bye, Kizzy.
I will see
Yeah.
you guys soon.
Okay, bye.
I
Um,
thought we was world hopping. That's why.
okay, so I'm an accountant for over 35 years. I
It's
have been
not
an
dropping
accountant
yet. I'm gonna
for
press
a
it.
lot of celebrities
All right, I'll
in
see
the
you.
90s and the 2000s.
Kizzy.
I'm
Huh?
famous for being the notorious B.I.G.'s accountant.
I thought we was world
Uh,
hopping. Yeah.
Kizzy.
no, we're not world hoppy, Kizzy.
Kizzy. We can hear you. You're very loud.
I'm
We're
sorry.
streaming.
Yo.
Um,
Oh, I'm
Mm.
sorry.
Yeah.
I've been the accountant for and bookkeeper for Michael Eisner, Walt Disney, Public Enemy, Erica Badu, D'Angelo, um, Puffy, unfortunately. You
Unfortunately.
name it. You name it.
The
My
title.
last client was Killer Mike, the Grammy Award winning
Oh,
Killer Mike. So
okay.
I've also done accounting for businesses, all types of business from manufacturing, everything. Um, I had my own practice for 20 of those 35 years, and I had to stop and close my business because I lost a leg. I lost a leg to diabetes, and I became an
Mhm.
amputee.
Mm.
And I decided to close my business down, something I really was passionate about and loved. And didn't know what I was gonna do. I didn't know what I was gonna do. I started writing a program to help entrepreneurs start their business since I've launched over hundreds of businesses, been involved with some real teams of businesses. And so, in my the day that I was going to get my second leg cut off, I asked God, like, please make my life clear on what I'm going to do and how it's going to support my family. And I just started writing. Then a little ways and during Thanksgiving, I had a dream, honestly had a dream that finally Notorious came to me. Whew, wow, there's a glitch right there. And I woke up really crazed. I called Miss Wallace, Notorious's mother. She didn't answer. I called Little C's. I used to be Little C's accountant, well, currently. Uh, and was trying to like what did I dream of, like he's telling me something, and the next day on Facebook I see Notorious BIG in the metaverse. So I was like, what is the metaverse? And that's my first coming into the metaverse. I went to Notorious BIG's concert, and
Yeah.
I
Man, that thing shut down the servers, man. I mean,
it
like
did.
literally shut down the server.
Yeah.
It was so hard. People were glitching. Man, it was like
Hmm?
it was the talk of the town. We could not wait for that thing to drop. And then
Mhm.
when it did, there was a little bit of mixed back and forth. But I always talk about how Meta Horizon in general like brings in celebrities and sometimes they don't work. But in this instance, it actually sounds like it actually worked because it brought you in here and now you're actually doing things in here too, like bringing
Yeah.
in.
That was a very powerful, powerful thing in my life because when I was his accountant, and I told Brooklyn a lot of my stories, is I never saw him in concert. I had the
Oh,
opportunity, but I was just like, nah, I'll see you later and stuff. I wasn't really, going to see him. So this was my first time seeing him perform in an
oh
avatar
man, talk
in the
about,
metaverse.
yeah,
And
that's
I was crying so much. My daughter had the Oculus. I made her make sure to get me in there. And this kind of changed my whole life. Like I saw him, and the first time the concert was showing, they showed a lot of his personal pictures. They don't have that anymore. And I was just like, wow, you know, I was there. I was there. And I heard people around me. Then I noticed there were people around me from different states, different countries, just rocking to it. And I was like, what the hell am I in?
So cool,
And
right? Like
I got
seriously,
off.
it's a surreal experience. I
It's
don't, you know, and I
surreal.
don't,
Yeah.
people don't get it, man. Yeah. So,
At
it,
2:30 in the morning, I called Little C's because he was in the concert too. And I was like, what the hell did I just see? And he was like,
now,
what are you talking
now, when
about?
you were in here and you came in here, other like because it was such a strong emotional moment for you, right? Do you think like that has a lot to do with being like because you're a very passionate woman, right? Like I know some
Mm-hmm.
people in the street might not even know this, but like you're so
Mm-hmm.
passionate about what the movement is, and do you think like that emotional entrance is actually what kind of brought that blueprint in for you, or do you think it would have been another experience if you came in here without that like if
I
or
think
is that the
it's,
only reason why you came in here?
yeah. Yeah, that was the only reason why I came in here. I think it's divine order.
Mm-hmm.
I always feel the presence of him. I've always felt that he always guided me. Before he died, he wanted me to be part of his future, and he really courted me for a while, and I said yes. He always said that I will always take care of you, and I took that to heart, you know. I did say yes, that I was going to join and leave the cushy job that I had representing Left Eye and T-Boz and Org Outcast, and I was in the movement Usher. I had a great job, and that made me believe. I believed in him, and I was like, yeah, I'm ready. Let's do this. He was happy. He was ready.
What
He
do you
said,
think you would think of if he came in into the metaverse like right now? Like if he was still alive and he put this headset on, what do you think he would like? I think he would like blow his mind,
he
man. I
would
think
he
he'd be
it
in
would blow
here,
his
man.
mind.
I feel like he would be in here. I don't
He
know.
definitely would. I definitely think he would definitely think of this like as passionate, like Little C's took it. Like I gauge that answer when I brought Little C's in here. It just blew his mind and stuff, and the
Yeah,
possibilities.
I actually met Lil C's when he came in, when you first brought him in here. And then we
Mhm,
all went world hopping. Me and Nick actually took him around to a couple of places and whatnot
mhm.
and stuff. He was really cool. You know, I tell people on this here in the metaverse period, like you don't know who you're going to meet. And when you put this headset on and you come in here, like legit, you really don't know. Like you could think that you're coming in and you're just going to go like, oh, I'm just going to go world hopping. And then boom, you're in a world and there's a whole group of people and little Caesars in the middle of it, like, or, or you come in and there's a conference going on with, one of the most, I can never say her name. I don't want to get in trouble.
Did
Essence
I bring her in?
Magazine.
Oh,
Yes, you brought
Barstool
her in.
Tubman.
But thank you.
Yeah,
You
that
know
was
what I mean?
powerful.
You don't, and that's like this woman is just not just anybody, like the next day after we had that event, like the event, I believe she went to the White House, right?
Mm.
And I was just like looking at the feed on my Instagram going like, legit, like the night before we were just all in a world together and like getting to know what she does and getting her to know it was just so cool, man. It's so surreal. Like, have you ever
Mm.
had one of those surreal experiences? Because I feel like for you, like you're
Yeah,
just a
I
star,
did.
man. You're like so
I
used to the stars.
I felt that way when we brought MC Shannon here, the legendary hip hop. I'm from New York, so hip hop was important to have. To be in the space with MC Shan was awesome. The
Is that like
history that he was telling, the stories he was talking about, from Roxanne Shante to KRS-One, it just
oh
blew
man.
my mind that he was just telling us all how it started, and his neighborhood, and I'm like, this is MC Shan. The bridge is, this is crazy. I remember
Mm.
that. And to be in his essence was an honor. It was really an honor, you
Music's
know.
so big. Music is so big here in the metaverse too, because we got sweetest over here, out there on the stream. Of
Yes.
course, if you've been following along, then you already know who the sweetest is. But she
Ooh.
one of the co-founders of MGM here, with bringing in new artists, and I feel like
Hmm.
it's those artists that lays. Oh, I just glitched. Did I glitch?
Yes,
It's
ma'am.
okay, but we can still
It's
hear
okay.
you.
Yeah.
Okay.
We can still hear you, Sue, or not.
Nope, she is going to be back. But yeah, that was a really important piece of coming into the metaverse. Being seeing Notorious Big in a different capacity. I really felt like this was the purpose of being in here. And then it came easily. I was like, what do I do? What is my purpose? Shoot, I'm an accountant. I don't have to get in the car, drive to my office. All I have to do is put on this headset and I'm at work. I can be in my office and meet people from all over. My reach is ridiculous now, and I can give the same services I would if I was in person. And the key thing is I don't even have to have legs to do that. So it was ideal to start my business in here because I'm an amputee.
Right.
This gave me a breath of fresh air. Being an amputee is very hard. Um, your friends that you had and going to the clubs and stuff, they just disappear. Life changes. And the metaverse gave me a new breath of fresh air. It allowed me to give an even playing field with everybody on this couch, and I could run with you, shoot ghosts with you, or even do business in the metaverse. And so I was very passionate. So I started my office in the city of Adam. And it was a great experience, so much that I became the first mayor in the metaverse. And I was the mayor in the city of Adam. And I brought in business. I
Oh,
increased, volumes of business,
Right.
75%. It was a great thing to be a mayor in a virtual space. This got the attention of some of my clients outside. Barku Tubman, in fact, was like, Jen, what are you doing? I was like, yeah, I'm a mayor. I'm a mayor of the city of Adam. And she was like, what the hell are you doing? So
I
I
love
didn't
it.
realize what my real purpose was. I was still figuring out, but I was really headstrong on exactly what I was going to do. So I knew exactly. I had the opportunity to start teaching students how to start a business. A lot of people like to start businesses. Hey, I got an LLC and an EIN number, but okay, okay, and what? And they don't know. So I was like, let me just teach these people. I have so much experience. I have been involved with really big companies. Um, so I brought myself and I started that course. But what really, really, really moved me was one day I met an amputee in here. His name is Jeff Lacey. And Jeff Lacey was hurting. I could feel his spirit. Like something is wrong with him. I asked him what's wrong, and he was a little bit depressed because his back was hurting. He's not really walking anymore, and he wanted to take his wife to the lakes. That's what he
Mhm.
wanted to do. So after talking to him, I realized I know what's wrong with you. Your leg, your stump had to shrink. That's why you're falling into your leg. You need to go see your prosthetic company. I bet you need to be resized. He went. He what it was it, that did happen. They resized him, And now he was walking around and he sent me a picture that he was at the lake with his wife, finally
Aw.
walking
I
in
love
sight.
that.
So,
So,
Right.
it's like,
so
I love that
from
shit.
that,
So
so from that,
amazing.
I was like, there's a purpose for me to help other amputees in here because we're lonely out there. We're not doing much. Why
Mhm.
don't you come bring your butt in here? How can I get you in here? And that's where Meta Amputee Coalition I started. And that's an organization to get headsets for amputees.
I want to
So,
dig a little bit deeper in that too, because I want to dig into the psychological effects that it actually takes when for amputees, because people don't understand it's a grieving process, and it's like one of the most harshest grieving processes because it's part of you. You're grieving a part of yourself. So you think about, like, you grieve your children, your, or family members or friends that but this is a part of you. Then that transition is so hard, and I see it all the time. What they lose, people lose hope. You see, you don't want to,
mm,
you can't do the things that you used to be able to do. So then what happens? You start becoming stagnant. You start becoming stagnant in the mind. And in here, I think what you're doing in here is so amazing, because I took a 104-year-old lady in here one time, in VR. I took her, I flown her across like the Sierra Desert or something like that. And she was like, just, and I tell you what, when she took it off, the look on her, like the brightness of just knowing
mm,
that there's more options, right? Like the experience outside, like that you don't think that you are gonna have or you can have. You can have that. You can have whatever you want. You can have friendships, you can have lovers, you can have relationships, you can have businesses, you can have just like any reality. Am I wrong?
no, you're right.
So
You're 100%
right,
right.
so like, come on in. Like, you have a community in here of not just of amputees, but just people that are human, that want you to come in here to just, like, get your mind off of it, to see you for who you are and not what you don't have, right?
Mhm.
You're never your diagnosis, nor are you ever your what happens. You're not that. So come on in. Can you tell us a little bit more about that, though? I know you've been in the works for it for a little while, and you're trying to get headsets raised up to give out to amputees out there. Now, where are you actually getting the headsets from? Like, if somebody wanted to donate, where would they donate?
I just give them my address. They contact me. I give them the address and they ship it to me. So my first Oculus I got from Meditech, and that went to a person called Earl. He is an author. He's a fellow amputee. He's in the metaverse now. I got a second
Mm.
donation from Dr. Karma from the Bay Misses. That
Oh.
headset is going to a woman called Amy Simmons who just lost her leg in August from a car accident. And so she's home alone. She has no family members. This is going to be definitely part of her recovery. Just being around people, being around energy and
Right.
giving you a new purpose of life. I got two Oculus on my desk right now from Panora. She donated her Oculus 2s to me.
Mm.
Um, and so,
Mm.
yeah, if you want to donate, you just contact me and I give the information and then they send it to me. So it's no money exchange, it's just equipment.
Yeah,
Um,
see, and I think, and I want to hit on that topic actually a little bit more, because I feel like, Meta Horizons is going in so many different directions, right? As far as like what
mhm,
it's going to
Mhm.
become, where it's going, and it's so important that, like, people out there on the stream too, man, and anybody on the stream that is from different places, or people that
mhm,
have any type of influence or anything like that, this makes a difference, right? And it's planting the seeds and the foundations for this new social economy that is being built, right? Because everything's
yes.
going to augment reality, right? We're going to be in Web3. We do all kinds of XR. Like, everything is becoming one big merge, right? As far as the experience and how we socialize. So, like, these things, Meta Horizon is not just a gaming app. And I know it's like everybody gets in, like, oh no, everything's going mobile, but it's so much more. It's community, right? Because community, and it always goes to that saying, it's like, home is not a house. It's not, home is not a place. It's where you're at, right? So like, no matter what, because I see all space people come in here, and I swear to God, they rock out, man. Like if it ever came down to like a social war app war, like if you had to pick a side, like we wouldn't count it. Like alt space, they would just like they would annihilate us, man. They go hard for those people. You know what I mean? But I think like, but that's the beauty of it. I think that's the beauty of it, especially for new amputees. So like I don't want it to get
Oh
lost
yeah.
in translations to the people up in Meta or in Horizons, or whoever's making and calling the shots, whoever can pull those cords to see that this is a needed space, right? So many people have recovered in this area, in this space of all kinds of on the spectrum. I mean, seriously, I mean, every single one of these up here, have come into the metaverse for one reason or another, for seeking, right? Because we're all seeking. We come in to seek. So we were all seeking. And I think that's also another thing. People kind of feel like, well, why do I need to go in there? Because they're not seeking, right? And sometimes it's just the unawareness. You don't know what you're seeking, and you because I didn't know I was seeking either. I just came in for beats. I only bought this thing for one app. Like here I am, almost 4 years later, sitting on the couch with all motherfuckers. Like, so
Yeah.
like, seeking it's
I
I don't
I I
know, man.
find it. I find such unique people in here. I mean, like Brooklyn. Um, what a fabulous mind. I got a friend who got shit on the moon. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I know. Hey,
Um,
did you see that article I wrote about this intern? No, I shared. This intern stole like this bucket of moon rocks, and he put him on a hotel
Oh
bed, and
yeah.
then he slept with a girl on it.
Yeah,
So
his
he,
name
so
is
he slept
Thad.
with her. Yeah.
His name is
If he
Thad,
wanted
and
to, he
he
would.
definitely, it was a felony, and he definitely did like 8 years in jail.
Oh
I
shit,
That's
actually read,
hilarious.
so I actually read the
Mhm.
a book based on that story, like on what he did, and he was an intern for NASA for I think like two or 3 years, and he was an intern at a Johnson Space Center in Texas. And yeah, he was working in the lunar lab, and he had access to some of the specimens. Like one of the interesting things that I learned in that book is that like a lot of the stuff surrounding space travel and like technological advances and things of that nature are all based on things that they picked up when they went into the moon in the 60s.
Amazing.
Oh my
So that
gosh. So
means
some artifact. Yeah.
for all these years, for 50 something years, everything that we've been learning about space has been based on things that we collected from space in the 60s. So there's a lot of things that are going on in the background. And specifically with moon rocks, what happens is, when they were collected in the 60s, NASA went ahead and did, all of their a series of whatever experiments they needed to do and whatever tests they needed to do to gather information. And after they did all of those things, those rocks become essentially unusable. But even though they're unusable and they are essentially trash, they're still kept under lock and key. And so people are not allowed to own pieces of moon rock. And those pieces will end up getting donated usually to museums and different schools and education
So you
centers
mean
and
all those
that kind of thing.
infomercials with those moon rocks for sale with the certificates bullshit? I
Oh,
want
it's
my
bullshit.
15.99 back, man.
Yeah, it's bullshit. And you're
I'm
7.95 in shipping and
sorry.
handling.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
That's
Can
hilarious.
somebody
Thank
get
you for.
Yo Afro? She's by the
Oh,
wagon. She doesn't know how to
Oh
get
yeah,
here.
yeah. Oh yeah, yeah. I'll
hey
go get her.
Sorry about
yo.
We'll
that.
go get. We'll go get
No,
you
you're
Okay.
after.
good.
Hold
All right,
on.
coming. They're coming to
You're good.
get you.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's just a little
It's okay.
history tidbit on that. So basically what happened was he went into the lab, he had access to the lab,
Hmm.
and he ended up taking
Mm,
a bunch of those samples that were considered
right.
trash. He ended up stealing them.
Sudiki.
And
Okay.
he did it for the sake of love. Okay? Yeah. Uh-huh. Yep. The sake of love
I
is what
don't
put
hate
him in
him for
jail for
that.
like 8 years.
Damn.
Yeah. Oh, and I think the girl ended up leaving him anyway. So, by the
Oh my
way,
gosh, of
Ooh.
course. It was not
boom.
worth it.
Yeah. So, plot twist. But yeah, that's what happened with that.
I wonder if it cut their skin. What if there's like microbes and stuff on that, and it like got into this body and they get like an alien
Oh, that's true.
contamination?
Yeah.
That'd be kind
Well, so they're kept in like pressurized, temperature controlled like rooms. Like this is not like even the trash
of.
ones are kept like
Jeez.
yeah. There has to
Okay.
they have to. They have to. So
Yeah.
All right, everybody. So I went out and grabbed somebody, and not just anybody,
Yes.
but Yo Afro is in the building.
Mayaki.
Everybody, you can
Hey.
scan right over there to Miss Yo
so
Afro.
This
And real quick
is.
though, for
Hey, yo, Afro.
How are you? Hey.
Hey, how are
What's
you?
up? What you where do you want to
What's
meet,
up?
Jen?
Right
here,
over
you can
here.
just scoot over
Over
here.
here.
Wait, over
Over
here,
there.
right next to
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah.
I feel like this is kind of
So
Okay.
this
bougie.
is what I'm saying. So this is Brooklyn, the fabulous Brooklyn, but this is
Woo!
thank you.
another close friend of mine, which is Yo Afro. I
Miss
mean,
Yo
she is
Afro.
such an energy and she's a great friend of mine. And I just want to bring some of the personalities that you can meet in here. Um, she's my sister. This is my sister. And you also, Sudi Q, you're one of the ladies that I have really connected to. And we're like family. So
You
um
know, this is very true. It's very true. And I am so like, because I'm like that in real life too. If I there's only certain people that like can get onto my personal Facebook, you know what I mean, like where my family's at and stuff like that. And like you, it was like if I don't have at least once a month coffee in the morning with Jen, like I'm like, what's going on, right? Like you know what I'm saying?
oh
I need my
no,
coffee in the morning with Jen.
Afro.
Yeah,
Bruh, if I
she'll
don't hear from
She
Jen in
knows
a
how to
couple
get
gets
of
back
down.
in.
days, I'm sending the cavalry. Like it's a
Yeah, like
I
let's
will
go.
be in Georgia in 6 hours, you know?
That's
Like
how I feel about.
that's
That's how I
coming
feel
up.
about. That's how it is with
Mhm.
Trixie and Lovely, right? Like, because Trixie,
Yeah.
she goes off. Took a fasting, right? I fasted off of social
Mhm.
media for 3 days. I swear to God, I fasted for 3 days, and everybody swore that I just hated them. Um,
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
Oh,
Me
yeah,
third
you gotta
party,
included.
pick
like,
up the mic.
like, then I was like, did I get blocked? I was like, no, man, I'm
I
just
called
fasting for
Jen.
3 days. Oh,
I
Yeah.
called Jen and I was
She
like,
called me.
what the fuck
Now,
happened
who's this
to
blank
Sue's
face?
profile?
Man,
Her
Whose
I
mouth
blank
is
said,
very
shit?
"Yikes!"
broken, by the
Whose
way.
blank shit did I fucking interact with
Yeah,
4 days ago? Who the
this
fuck
blank
is
face.
this? Then I go back, I'm like,
Instagram
oh
user.
my God, what is going on? So I called Jen. Jen's like, no, 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 I'm gonna call her. I'm like, bruh,
Yeah.
what is happening?
But these are
yeah.
the relationships that you embark, and I can't tell you, Yo Afro is definitely dear to my heart. I mean,
Oh,
she I'm a fan of hers,
oh,
and
man.
she's good people. She's a legend herself. I mean, if
Yep.
hip hop and
I was about to
music,
say,
Yep.
I was gonna say,
woo,
like, who isn't a fan of Yo Afro? That's at
Right.
least in the
Hmm.
metaverse. It's because,
And
like,
Fucking
I'm a fan
crazy
of
especially in
calling
these
poster
y'all
circles,
out.
right?
biographer. Like, and if
mhm,
Oh,
you did, we did,
man.
we did.
Yep.
But
Hey.
no, but
Okay,
though,
right.
because just in case the people, like, I want the people to stream to Go Afro. Tell them exactly what we do in the
yeah.
space, and like, yeah, what you do after the space, and tell everybody what
Tell them the
So,
before.
go
I
talk
mean,
about
well,
the
pretty
love.
much, well, I'm an independent artist. I'm a artist development coach. I mean, I'm an artist by nature. I've been in the industry, the music industry since '88. I've worked with so many different great legends in
Go
the
ahead,
industry.
drop it. Drop the names. Go ahead.
Like such as the Idol Makers family, Grandmaster Flash. And when I say the Idol Makers family, I'm talking about Salt and Pepper, Kid and Play, Herbie Lovebug,
Hmm.
Sweet Tea, Dana
Hmm.
Dane, and then, going on
Just
to
a little
Dancing with
bit of people.
yeah, Lord Finesse, a lot of hip hop acts, and then,
Naughty by nature.
Naughty by
Sorry.
Yeah.
Nature. I've done a couple of features, and
Mhm.
I love me some hip hop, and that's my foundation. So I
Look,
pretty much
I do
I'm
have
that
to.
B girl and that artist. So I hit them elements. And That's just who I am. I'm Yo Afro, and I'm always spreading love and peace. You already know what it is. So.
I gotta say this though,
Perfect.
right?
Well, that's not too
For
bad.
all you people that are under 25, 26, right? It's most of the samples in your music, by the way. You're welcome.
Okay. Uh-huh. Just saved you a bunch of
Thank you.
TikToking
Yes.
or
That,
whatever it
Right.
is that you youngsters do.
yeah, some
I think
25-year-old boy.
she
Naughty
just
by
went
nature.
viral again. She went viral again on that video you did
Man.
whatever that what is that fucking
You did
song?
boop dip.
Oh, yeah, the
Yo,
Freak
that shit.
Nasty. Yeah, well, fun fact, like original video, the dip, all of I'm on that video and I have the Afro puffs and I'm actually getting busy doing the dip and it's just so crazy that now it's come back around and it's not done the same way. I'm not gonna say that it's just done totally wrong because they feel what they feel, but it's not the original version. So, but it's really, really dope to see how things come back around and people grasping that because when we actually did that video, that video was nominated for best dance video of the year for MTV Music Awards. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
And that was
shit.
back in
Really?
'96, so it was pretty dope, man. Yeah, I wouldn't have thought. I was like, yo, for real. And it was because of the diversity, like how we had so many different nationalities and so many different things going on in that video. And I'm talking like I motherfucking produced that shit. But I'm telling you, I had so much fun just being involved and just seeing how things was going behind the scenes and everything. But I truly believe that it was because we hit different cultures and we had a robot dancing at first, so
Oh wow.
that kind of like changed the way of things. I really wasn't expecting it, but it was dope. That was dope. So big up to Tomorrow Pictures and Aaron Davis for asking me to be a part of that video. Freak Nasty, the
Man,
dip. Word
I
up.
watched that shit, man. Like I was watching it on MTV. I was watching it on MTV and watching it on the award shows and stuff like that. And like, and which was so cool because like for like this is like one of my like I see her, I just bright up. Like you know what I mean? It's never a dull moment. No, seriously, I mean, in like you're sitting on the couch, and I think I want to hit on like what Jen Smash was talking about earlier. Is like you don't know who you're gonna meet and who you can like really make a bond with, man. And it doesn't matter about status and stuff like that. It's all about creativity and a lot more about like who you are as a person and what you're
That's
bringing to the
right.
table as as your spirit. It's like that is so dope. So like I don't
Thank
know,
you.
man. I don't know. I'm starstruck. I don't know. Like I don't know about you ladies, right? Like seriously, like I'm in the middle of these two women right here who are just like, like all together. They've just hung with other people that I watch and listen to. You know what I mean? So like I just like this like celebrity status right now. Like I'm a link in bio. Give me that shirt. You know. How did y'all
Yeah,
two
I
meet?
love
Actually,
them like
how did you? How did
meet
y'all,
her.
yeah. How did y'all meet?
Okay,
Through
well, let me start
Meta.
over here. I yeah, Meta Clean Roop. Meta Clean
Mhm.
Roop was that's
Big shout
kind
out
of
to
was
the
the
queen.
first kind of person I met in the metaverse, and I stuck on with. I met him at his show, Meta Talks,
Mhm.
and then later on he was like, "Yo, you got to meet this lady, yo Afro. You're gonna like each other." And I'm like, "Okay, let's see." And then right away she
I
come,
love it.
"Hey, yo!" I was like, "Oh shit, okay, that's
I
it."
love it.
That's
That's it.
it. That's
You're like,
That's
it.
my
That
You
sister
was
heard
right
it.
it.
there.
it was
Oh,
done.
Right.
but I
It was a
can
done deal.
but
It
I
was
can
a
tell you one
first-hand
story.
You
It
had
was
me.
some
Yeah.
funny shit. This is where we really connected. We was in a world together. I came and I saw her, and we were standing next to each other. This Spaniard came to us. Started
What?
wait. Let me tell the story.
Spaniard?
The Spaniard from Spain. Spain just got into the metaverse, so there was
Oh, cool.
somebody from Spain. So he's coming to, and he's like, "You speak Spanish?" And we are like, "Yeah." And he goes, "Ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da," all this stuff, right? And then me and Yo Afro looked at each other, and we busted out laughing because she was like, "Yo, we from the Bronx. We don't."
We don't speak that
Yo, we
Spanish.
don't say this. I mean, yo, word up, I was like, no
I don't know
habla
what the
español,
fuck that
poquito no
was.
mucho, okay?
Yeah, that's what she said.
Yo,
Poquito mucho.
yo, and he
And
just,
I
he,
was
yo, we fell out. We
dying,
fell out. Could not take it. Yo, we had so much fun. But you
dying.
know, in all honesty, though, just being up here in the space, I've become a fan of so many different people. Brooklyn is like one of the first that I got to
Yes.
meet over in alt space, and
Oh,
meeting her, she
damn.
interviewed me, and
Okay.
I was already like blown away with what the metaverse had to offer. And
Well, thank
meeting
you.
her, I just felt
Wow.
like, oh my God, she's so professional. Like, this is what they're doing. Like, this is like no joke. Like, they're really doing some big things. And when Brooklyn ran down what she was doing in real life,
Mhm.
I was like,
Mhm.
yo, she was like, I'm getting ready to go see Vinny and them. I think she like hit me, like, she DM'd me like the next day.
Hmm.
And she was like, I just
Mhm.
want you to know I'm going to see your peoples. I'm going out to Jersey. I'm going to this concert. Da, 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 da.
Mhm.
And I mean, and I was like, yo, they really be making moves. Like, I'm really feeling it. It's not, I felt like, yo, like, there's so many people that are like minded, and
Mhm.
to just know
Right.
that, can you just imagine what we could all do together, like bringing the metaverse into reality as a team, as a group, and showing
Mhm.
people what we can do up in here, I think would be
Mhm.
so powerful, because we're just so dope. It's so many of y'all that are just so super dope to me. So I'm like, yo, like, I mean, just like I said, meeting her, it was the professionalism, and then meeting other people after that. And then when I met
Thank
Jen,
you.
she's already, yeah, man, she's already set to be a mayor and shit. And she came back with a whole background of stuff. And I'm like, and we
Love it.
knowing the same people, you know what I mean? Like, it's
Mhm.
a small world. And like, it's like the people that she knows and the people that I know that we have a
Hmm.
mutual connection with, they're good people. So you can't help but
Mhm.
to think about one's
Hmm.
company. If you know that they good with them, then they should be good with you. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mhm.
I've
Mhm.
had a lot of fun since then, and we're able to bond and stuff. And like
And
just now,
laugh
like,
our ass
yo,
off.
let me tell you,
Laugh
I have
our
been working.
ass off.
I've been working all day. I just got a new place, a new job, and and I'm trying to
Okay.
like
Mm.
get adjusted with a lot of different things.
Mazel
And I'm so
tov.
Oh,
eager.
hell
Yeah, thank
yeah.
you. And I'm so eager to get back up into the space. I'm like, Jen, yeah, just let me know. Let me know. I'm coming. I'm coming. I'm coming. I promise you, I had just finished feeding the kids. And I was like, oh shit, my phone's upstairs. Didn't even look at the time. Came up here. All I saw was Jen's name, and I read, you're supposed to be in here. I was like, oh shit, I'm on the way. I am on the way. So this is the beauty about the metaverse, though, right? You could just throw on
Mhm.
your headset and come on in no matter
Yeah.
what you're doing. Look, I just fed the kids. They're getting ready to go to bed. Y'all have no idea what I'm looking like right now. But right
Or you can
now,
hop
and
on
as
mobile.
Avatar,
Yeah.
yay, we avatars, we doing it, and we up here catching up, getting our
Yeah.
interviews on. You know what I'm saying? Live streaming, just having a good time. And so this is what it's all about. You know what I'm saying? The
Laughing our
metaverse,
asses
baby.
off.
Word up. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
I'm not even
talking
gonna hold
about.
you.
Those are the
When
best.
I'm at
Yes.
Afro in alt space, I was quaking in my motherfucking boots. I ain't even kidding. I was shaking.
Wow.
I was shaking. That was
A
Oh,
during my bass drop radio days. That was a lot of fun. But I was,
yes.
Mm.
at that time I had just met I had met Mims. This is why I'm hot.
Hmm.
DJ Epps, shout out to Miami and him holding
That's
it
right.
down over there
Hey.
with LL Cool J
Mhm.
That's
on
right.
his radio station. And so getting to meet Afro, being connected to Naughty by Nature and all these dope people, I was like, oh shit, here we go. Right. And
Right.
it was a lot of fun. Like I remember like even like literally practicing, like rehearsing, like okay, this is what I want to do, like I want to make sure everything's on point, like I want to deliver a good experience. And so ever since then, yeah, it's been an amazing connection with all of you guys. And one thing that we talk about a lot when we're together is degrees of separation. And it's
Right.
crazy how
Mm.
like you are literally basically a degree of separation from people that you would never even imagine. I mean,
Right.
me,
Mm.
right? I'm 30 years old. I come from Brooklyn. But when I was
Hmm.
coming up, Biggie, Notorious B.I.G. had already passed away. The greats were already doing the things that they were doing. And so you're talking about, you know, when these artists and these
Ugh.
amazing moguls were at their like top, right? Like their most, like their furthest degree away. And here I am getting to learn about, the very people that make up the fabric of who I am through very,
Right.
very personal niche, experiences that
Right.
most people on this earth who got to experience Biggie when he was alive, who got to see Pac when he was alive,
Hmm.
don't ever get to experience. And that to
Right.
me is crazy.
Right.
Crazy.
Right.
What is
Crazy.
Right.
If it
You know,
wasn't for Jen,
I have a
Nah, but
crazy
we met
idea.
each other just playing a dice game, and I was trying to
mm-hmm,
kick your ass. But
you were.
I loved your
Mm-hmm.
energy. I
Mm-hmm.
was like,
You was.
yo, you were Brooklyn, like motherfucking Brooklyn.
Oh, I
I'm
was talking my
Dominican.
shit.
Yo, you was talking your
Okay.
shit,
I was talking
and
my shit, rolling them
I
dice.
froze
and
the
I was
gang.
right there with you. I
Uh-oh.
was right with
Mm-hmm.
you.
that
So
was
we
Mm-hmm.
connected right there. Fuck all the bullshit.
Yeah,
Hmm.
no, for
And
real. Like
this
just on
is
that
a
level.
powerhouse right here. Both
Y'all
of these
too.
ladies,
You
I'm
all,
freaking
both of you too.
fans of both of them, and that's what love is, man. This woman right here,
Hmm.
when I saw her rap in the metaverse, and then she
Oh
did
man.
that Latin one, and she's
Ecstasy.
dancing ecstasy. Yo, I was like, yo, and she's from the Bronx. I
Hmm.
was
Yes, sir.
home. There's a
She said I was
realness
home.
right there.
Yeah,
Oh
man.
man.
You got
Yeah.
Listen.
Brooklyn and the Bronx next to
In
me.
the Bronx, right here. Let's
Yo, let me
go.
tell you, and let me tell
Oh,
you when
what?
Afro said earlier that like the energy is consistent across the board, y'all have no
Yeah.
idea. Like
Yeah.
I called
Yeah.
Afro talked about that when I went to go see Naughty by Nature. That was dope. But
Hmm.
Jen, I called
Hmm.
Jen last year and I said, "Yo, Jen, I'm going down to Miami for this event. Like X, Y, and Z is gonna happen." And she was like, "Oh, okay." I didn't even know. Jen picks up the phone, calls C's, and tells C's, "Yo, my girl's
Look.
coming down there. Make sure you take care of her,
Oh
right?"
shit.
That's
So
right.
here
That's
I
right.
am, right? I pull
Okay.
up. I pull up to Caesar's event. Well, actually, it wasn't his event. It was
It was.
Notorious B.I.G.'s son, Chris.
Hmm.
It was Chris's event, and CJ was displaying his art for the first time. And it was a
Yes.
really dope like series of like these photographs that he took of like his family and like
Yeah.
just a beautiful it was actually called Close Knit. And
Mm.
I remember going down there, getting to meet these guys, shooting the shit, having a great time. And at one point, C's turns to me and he just looks at CJ and he's like, "I'm just so proud of him." And I'm just like
That is
Oh.
taking
so.
it in.
I don't know. I
And
missed the whole thing. I'm gonna have to watch the stream back just so I know what the fuck is going on in my own
Well,
damn
she's
show,
telling you
man.
the
Can
story.
you get it together, Meta Horizon? Like seriously, man. like,
Good.
like, oh, how
but
y'all two met?
Mhm.
no, I was actually well, I
Did
we
I miss all
segued
that
from
too?
that into
Damn.
yeah,
It's
unfortunately.
interesting.
We'll
All
catch you
right.
up though. We'll catch you up.
All right. Okay.
But
hide in the couch.
but yeah, no, I mean getting to meet CJ and just seeing how proud C's was of CJ and everything that he's done and listening to him tell his version of the story through his own eyes, right? Because C's is essentially, the man of the family, right? After Big passes away. It was crazy to me, right? It was crazy to me. I didn't get to meet one of my absolute idols and one of the most influential people in my life due to the timing of the circumstance, right? When Big
Right.
passed
Right.
away, I was like 6 months old. But now here I am, 30 years
Right.
later, in a
Right.
room with essentially his brother, right?
Boom.
His firstborn, which is C's,
Right.
right? Because that's his
See.
first kid that he raised, and his son,
Mm-hmm.
his blood
Mm-hmm.
son. I mean, I still to this day can't even process and explain to you what took place.
Okay.
You know, real quick though, I'm gonna sidetrack because that's really interesting. Listening to y'all talk so much. Because I could tell y'all eat, breathe, and sleep hip hop, and I could tell. And we have so many podcasts in the metaverse, right? That are geared towards talking about music and the music
Right.
industry, and they all
That's right.
have like men involved, right? Like I was just wondering, like,
Mm-hmm.
is there like any like women of hip hop, like a women group, like the women podcast together and the women talk about, how it impacted their lives? Because just as much as it impacted the men, and the men were ruling it, at the time and still are to this day. You know what I mean? I just wonder, like, because I'm finding it fascinating just listening to talk about it with so much passion, right? Like
Mhm.
it's not even a deterrent. Like you can't even really deter it from that because y'all are so passionate about it. It's like literally. So I'm just
Mhm.
wondering, man, when can we hear
That's
like
fam. That's family.
the women of hip hop podcasts or
Mm-hmm.
something,
Mm-hmm.
representation of the women of hip hop of speaking their words and saying, their truth about the impact because it impacted me. Like
Mhm.
DMX was one of my biggest. Like when I tell you I didn't feel like there was anybody that ever rapped about my life so much. It was ridiculous. Like I was just in awe because I my ex he's actually from
You said DMX. I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
DMX, yeah, DMX. Like
Oh,
he's from the Bronx. So
he's
like,
from Yonkers. Not,
no, I said
he's
my
from
ex is from the
Yonkers.
Bronx.
Oh,
My
okay.
ex is from the Bronx.
Yo, yo, Matt
No,
went to a
from the
Yonkers
Bronx.
man.
Yeah.
He is
Yo,
from
Yeah.
the Bronx.
Joy went
No,
to a Yonkers man.
I've been to
Shout
New
out
York
to
way too
Yonkers,
many
New
times to know
York.
about Oreos and know not to
Okay.
like say one's from the other, even though I'm from Houston,
Don't do it.
Texas. Okay, so I can say this shit. Listen, even though they're like right down the street from the
Don't
motherfuckers,
do it.
okay,
I knew
like
you was gonna fucking do it. I
they
knew it.
right next door. They right next door. They were like,
She's
no, I'm
lying,
not from
y'all.
there. Like, no.
Mm-hmm.
She's
Yeah,
lying. That's
I
cat.
am lying.
That's
It does
cat.
take a long time to get over. It does take a long time to get over to the different spots. I ain't even much gonna lie because we went
Damn.
over to Yonkers because of the casino out that way. So we went over to the casino that way, and I was like, damn,
Man,
I didn't know this.
let me tell you something. Yonkers,
I didn't know.
that used to be my little stomping ground. Yo, big shout out to Riverdale Road, School Street, all that good
Oh,
stuff.
Hey.
School
Yo,
Street.
word, let me tell you something. They hold it down out there. Yonkers be
Mm-hmm.
holding it down. And right now, they've done
It's
so
all
much out there,
changed,
too. For
man.
real, it
It's like
has
a
changed.
movie thing.
Yes, they got
Yo,
Lionsgate
big shout.
Studios out there, if I'm not
That's right.
Mhm.
mistaken, yo. Like, word up
Shout
to
out
huge
to
shout out to
Yeah.
Meditech.
them. Word
Shout
up.
out to
Shout out to
Meditech.
Meditech. Word up, Joe.
Mm-hmm.
But who else?
Yeah.
You know,
Oh my
Black
God.
I'm not even gonna
Jedi.
lie.
Black
Jedi.
Jedi.
Jedi. No, no,
No,
Black
not
not
Black
Black
Jedi.
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 No,
DJ
not Black
Jedi.
Wait,
Jedi.
wait.
Jedi.
DJ, yeah,
Say
DJ
this. I
Jedi.
gotta
My
say
bad.
this since
My
I got
bad.
Brooklyn and Yonkers and everybody. I do gotta say this though. When I went over there,
Oh
I can
shit.
tell y'all what. No. This is some real shit because like everybody like Cali has their own flavor, New York has their own flavor, Miami has their own flavor, the South has their own flavor. You put South,
Hmm.
So
Texas,
you ordered a
Texas and
coffee?
Louisiana. No.
You have to say it like that.
Could I have a
Coffee,
coffee? Could I have
light
a
and
coffee?
sweet.
No,
My
fun
son
fact
keeps
though, I did learn
mentioning,
how to
is that
speak
thing
when
for
I
you?
was in the north in Maine. My
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
stepdad was stationed up there, so
The
I learned
sound's been
how
high
to
and low for
speak
me. Like,
up there. So every
hmm.
once in a while, when I get angry, and especially because he was from the Bronx, and he has that
Mm-hmm.
heavy ass accent just like y'all. And I used to like, after being with somebody more than a decade, you kind of like, adopt a little bit of that, and then it's
Hmm.
already in my thing. So I'm like, boy, when I get mad, they'd be like, "Are you from New York?" I'm like, "No, bitch, I'm from Texas." Like,
I'm from
I
Texas.
Not the coast
You're
switching.
chula.
Not
You
the
a
coast
chula.
switching.
I will smile at you and have a razor in my mouth at the same time.
That's
Don't try me.
right.
Okay, for real. For real. You better know that you repping.
Twisted.
Fine. Fine.
Dude,
Right there.
word up.
I recognize.
For
But no,
real.
no, no, man. I tell you, I've always wanted to do Christmas in New York. That was like one of my biggest dreams because I grew up with, Home Alone and shit like that. And I tell you what, I went over there and I had one of the most amazing fucking, and it wasn't even like the movies. I gotta tell you, it wasn't even like the movies. I was a little disappointed. I'm not gonna lie, but I did go see the Rockettes. And when I
Okay.
tell
Hmm.
you that shit was one
Okay.
of the most coolest
Yes.
experiences. I did go to the
Question.
Yes.
Rockefeller
Question for
Cherry.
you.
At least you
Question
Yeah.
did
for you.
that.
Mm-hmm.
When you went to the
Yes.
Rockettes, did you go to the bathroom?
I
No.
can't, Brooklyn.
Why?
Damn.
Ah, why?
No,
Why?
why?
Did
Why
I
y'all
miss
doing this to
something?
me? Kind of. I mean, me
What is it?
personally, like, I love history and I really love like
Mm-hmm.
architecture. And the bathrooms in that theater are in Radio Music City and yeah, Radio City Music Hall is downstairs in the basement, right? And so the building is really old. It's
Yes.
over 100 years old. And you go down there, restrooms are down there. When you go to wash your hands, normal. But to dry your hands, you have to use the dryer, and it's an antique like pedaled dryer, so
Oh
you have
God.
to step on the pedal
Oh,
to be able to dry your hands.
That's
And
pretty dope.
it's like hundreds of years old. It's like so fucking cool. Like I don't know, like I
Yeah,
just love
Oh,
shit
what
like
a
yeah.
that.
good deal,
Yeah,
man. I want
Nostalgia.
to do that now.
Yeah.
yeah,
I love
yeah.
I
So,
love old architecture, man. I do.
hmm
That's
married
one of
in
my
old
favorite things.
architecture.
I'm like one of those
hmm
people that are like, we don't have nothing to do, and like one of my girlfriends is off, like, why don't we go like look at houses? Like, no,
right.
Oh, yeah,
I'm
that's so
such a
much fun too.
fucking
I
joy.
do shit like that though. I
Like,
do stuff like that. I
hmm
love stuff like
Yo,
that. The
yo,
great
in
ideas
hmm
in
and stuff.
Yonkers where I lived, we lived in on a historical street, the Gilded Age houses. So my husband
Ooh,
grew up in the Gilded Age house, and then when we were dating, we rented the next door, which we lived in like the maids and either slaves or maids and stuff. We had an
like on the
apartment in there.
quarters.
Oh
Yeah,
wow.
it was
Oh
Mm.
shit.
crazy.
Yeah, I
Ghost
bet
was
there
you
in
was
know,
shit.
there,
I was
but
about to
it
Oh
was
say, I bet there's some
hell no.
beautiful.
movement
The
in there.
architecture
Hmm
Word.
of the
I'm
street,
good.
it's called Halcyon Street. Guys, check out, Google it. It's in the
Halcyon, like
I mean,
historical
halcyon.
street.
you gotta consider these
And I
houses are
grew
like
and
built
I
in the
and we
1800s.
Right,
started
right,
our
right.
marriage in that house, and
Wow.
it was
yeah,
beautiful. Yeah, it was
Oh, so you
beautiful.
had
Hmm
some friendly ghosts.
right.
Yeah, we did.
hmm
No lie, we would turn around and just be like, "You didn't hear that shit, okay? All right."
Nope. Nope. The floorboards creaking and shit. You'd be like,
Nick knows what's up.
nope, nope. Ignore it.
That's right. Yep.
That's
I'm
funny.
so
Yeah.
grateful that y'all came on the couch. Like seriously, again, like y'all are so much more than welcome to always come on the couch whenever.
Oh,
But this time y'all came in as like the special guest. You know what I mean? Like really just focus on what you're
Yeah.
doing in the space. And
man.
I mean,
you
we're
know,
gonna
and then
win. We're gonna win together. So if
I
you know,
appreciate it.
I'm pulling my sis up. I'm keeping my girl involved. Like, nah,
And I
I
love
see
what
the
you're doing
future.
too, Sue, for real. Like this is pretty dope, man. This is beautiful. You and Nick and
Mm,
everything. Like y'all been doing your thing. So keep it up. Keep pushing because
thank
I'm
you.
telling you,
We
like
try.
you have done a lot for so many people just with the displays that you've done, introducing people to different worlds. So yeah, man, kudos to you and your team. For real,
yes,
for real.
yes.
Hmm
Yeah, thank you, man. It takes it honestly it takes a lot. You know what I mean? If I didn't have
Mm,
like, especially going, I can't go to the next level if it was just me. I mean, that would be like dire. You know what I mean? I mean, like no sleep, no, and just like running on E. And there's just
Hmm
no way to really progress from that. You know what I mean? So like making sure that you have people to count on. I know these girls, like regardless of no matter like, they're in it to win it you for indie tours because of what indie tours does for everybody else. You know what I mean? And so like they're on it, man. You know, and so because of that, it opens up avenues to where we can focus on other things too. You know, so now my
hmm
energy doesn't have to go there. And it's always about having those good people around you. And I can tell
Yeah.
that y'all are you have the collab block that we're gonna about you can actually talk about because we're gonna go around and do our shameless plugs because we are running out of time. But if you don't know what shameless plugs is, we're just gonna go around the room real quick, and whatever you want the stream to know or anybody or, to know, we usually have people in the audience, but we've been glitching out all day. So um, yeah, let them know. Just tell them, yeah. And then when you're
Okay. All
done,
right.
throw the mic. We hypothetically here. I just be like, we toss the mic over. So
Okay. All
I
right.
might
All right.
actually get one for the new role. You know, so
Okay.
we're just.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay.
So where you wanted
Good,
to
good.
start? You ready to
All right. Well, so
begin?
we're gonna start
let's
with
start with
we're gonna
these
start with my
ladies.
yo afro. Yeah. Oh, you want to start over
Oh,
here?
okay.
Oh, okay.
Well,
Okay.
whichever. I
Either
figured
way,
he was
either
over
way,
this way.
Trixton was okay. Either way, which one?
Trixton.
Okay, me right here. All right. Well,
Sorry.
look, you guys can
Oh,
check me out.
wait.
All right.
Now I think you might be right. Maybe we should start over there because I'm at the end over here. So you should probably start that way. Brooklyn
Okay.
was
Okay.
right.
Okay.
So if you're
Yay.
looking for a project manager, right here, Brooklyn, right here. No, I'm just
Wait,
kidding.
that's me?
Oh, wait. Hold on. What is happening? Hold on.
No,
I thought we was
no.
starting at the end.
Trixton. I'm starting here.
Yeah,
Right. I thought we were
we're
starting with
starting with
Trixie. Hold
Trixie.
on.
We're starting with
Oh,
link in bio.
hey,
Link
What's
in
sorry.
going on
bio.
here?
Yeah, me. I've been having a bad day. So Scorpio full moon. I'm like losing my mind. So yeah, that's why I've been a bit quiet today. Also, I got a headache and I'm PMSing. So yeah,
Oh.
Oh, that sucks for you.
I'm just an
So you have to
emotional
come in
wreck
next week.
like the last few days. So it's like, oh, anyway, I'm gonna cry. So this is okay. Linkin Bio. That's all I need to say. Thank you. That's a terrible,
No,
terrible
Trixie.
picture.
That's
All
okay.
right.
Listen,
I'm
womanhood's
lovely
hard, man.
240. It is. Just
It's
follow me on
tough.
Instagram, lovely240 underscore VR. That's about it. Join me
Yeah,
in
she's an
here. Let's hang out.
influencer.
Yeah. Yeah. So just
Yeah.
follow me on Instagram.
Oh, why do I keep?
Mhm.
Why do I keep
I
moving?
just tossed
All
it.
right.
Did you see me actually toss it though?
Yeah.
I actually tossed it
But
over there. I was like,
I be
I
tossing that
caught it.
shit too.
I got it.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I have two shameless plugs. One, just follow me
Mm.
at the same handle, Brooklyn Brit VR on IG to keep up with your girl. Second one is for Sweetest Flower. Her headset died while being plugged
Oh,
into the charger. So that's what we're
oh,
Mm.
missing here. So follow
Wow.
her at Sweetest Flower underscore VR for all of your things VR related and also MGM related. That's what I got.
Mm.
hey.
I love that. That's sister. That's girl code, man. We didn't get to that fucking topic, but you know what? We will get to that topic a little bit later on down the line. But that's girl code, in case you were wondering. All right, go ahead, Jen.
I don't think I got any plug, man. Just live your life. Really, the plug is for any amputees out there who want to get a headset. Contact me, Jen Smash. Follow my IG, and I'll let you know what I'm doing. Follow me, and you can see me what I do during the week. And I gotta take a picture. I gotta, yeah.
By the way, her
That's
handle
it.
is Ortiz Smash.
Oh,
Also, if
okay.
you're looking to
Sorry.
donate a headset
Mhm,
for an
mhm.
amputee that would like a headset, also contact Jen at Ortiz Smash so that you can get that headset over to her. Okay, boom.
Yeah. Yeah, there you go. Make sure to go follow
Thank
that seriously
you,
though, because
and
it does.
thank you,
Mm,
Sudi Q. Thank
thank
you,
you.
ladies, for having me
thank
on your
you.
couch. Sweetest flower, big shout out. Thank
Big shout
you,
out.
That.
Brooklyn and Yo Afro, joining me on the couch. I love you guys,
Yes.
Word up,
Me
word up, word up.
too.
and thank you, Sudi Q.
You know me, I'm always happy. Yes. Well, I'm excited. Actually, I was excited and looking forward to this anyway, just because we had such a great vibe. Well, but not that I didn't think we weren't going to anyway, but out there for the stream because I'm trying to make it like we ain't all best friends and shit. You know what I'm saying? So like you know, like, you know, but but you know what I mean? It is it you know because there's a level of comfortability around people that like share that kind of energy that you could just come and just talk. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
there's no script, there's no motive, there's no direction really, but there is a goal, and the goal is to be able to just be free and in a safe spot to talk. And we do this every Tuesday at 10 p.m. Eastern, and we have special guests. Big shout out to Miss Jen Smash right here. Seriously, check corporation, or if you have extra dough out there, if you're just want to get involved and you know a way to actually increase the donations and process a way of getting the word out there to get the donations, then go ahead and hit her up on her Instagram. She is tagged on my Facebook, I mean, my Instagram and Nick's Instagram as well on today's reel. So make sure to go check that out and help out if you can. If you see a need, feel a need. And as far as shameless plugs go, well, we have AWE coming up with a whole bunch of cool interviews from really big heads in the game. So if you want to know
Shout
what's
out,
going on at
Boss Leo.
AWE this season, make sure to come out. We will be going with Miss Boss Leo actually, and
Yeah.
yeah, she's gonna actually be one of the very first ones to ever see me in my PJs, other than the
Oh
other
my
people.
goodness.
I see for so many
She's
people
so. I
like,
met her in
in the
real life. I
metaverse. It's
met
not
her
even
live.
funny.
She's a beautiful
Oh,
person.
Yes.
she is
You'll
Shout out
meet
to
her
lovely.
one
I
day.
Lori
love
and Bar
her.
and the whole
She was
AWE
here.
team because they always
Yeah,
rock
Mhm.
she's
it
right
every
there.
year.
The coin.
They kill it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
She was laughing at me.
So be
Speaking of Miss
ready.
Boss Leo, she actually is also one of the ones that we entered in our partnerships with our new game Gut Punch. Make sure to download that
Hey,
on
Gut
mobile
Hey.
Punch.
right
Anytime VR.
now. Big shout out to the whole team, YG from YG Fabrications and Miss Boss Leo from the Diamond Resilience, and of course me and Nick T from Yeti Games, and me from Sue to the Q Productions. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and throw it over because if not, I'm just not gonna shut up. So all right, Miss Yo Afro, go for it.
Hey, yo. So as you said, I'm your girl, Yo Afro, and you can catch me at IG at Yo Afro VR, It's Just Fro, and the Block Collective VR, and as well
Yes.
hip hop dance stories. So you can always come through. I got people coming into the metaverse. Please stay connected and follow me. The Block City is coming through. The
That's
Block
right.
Collective is about to do some big things. And
Mhm.
man, yo, throughout the metaverse, you can see me and all my peoples here checking it out with Suda Q here for Indie Tours. Yo, word up.
Hey.
And this is what it is, yo.
Hey.
Hey, yo, hip hop's in the
Hey.
house.
Yeah, I swear to God, she could get a fucking crown with me. It's just all of us just sitting on the couch, and I'm all like, "Fuck yeah," you know. So, but anyway, thank you so much, everybody, for joining in on us on this stream. We appreciate you so much. I'm so glad to have you enjoy our time and our space and our energy. And I hope, we get to share that with you once you buy that headset. If you need a link in bio, Trixon. Until next
Yes.
time,
Hey,
many blessings
Don't be
and
like
all
Cedric.
right.
You buy
salutations.
something, be like, oh, I forgot to use your link.
Unless ill intent may
Bye.
not come back to you in two
Baba
times.
Witch.
Adios, amigo. Bye. I
Bye.
don't know. Somebody said I should say I'm playing three times, but I don't know.
I love it.
Bye.
Oh man, this is great.
Yo, support indie tours. Support
That's
indie
right. That's
tours.
Is this
right.
like a call
That's
to
my
Amen.
action?
girl. That's right.
Red flag to all the guys
Look
who
at him
exist in the world.
smiling.
How is he able to smile like that? Is that the bot?
Oh
Like, how is he able
wow.
to smile like
Oh
that?
no, it's his pro. That's Nick. He's in
Oh,
there.
that's
Oh,
Nick.
okay, okay,
Oh,
okay.
say
It's Nick. Yeah.
what?
It's Nick. Yeah.
Stop. Oh shit.
He's like, I met him
I
once.
love it.
Lava.
I
He's like, I
love
met
it.
How cute.
Right.
Such
I'm
an
like, yo,
interesting
how was
one.
this bot doing that? Like, that's like, yeah, like,
the most realistic bot ever. Like,
I
for
need that
real.
script.
Oh
You
my
need that
god, I
script.
love
you're
it.
muted.
Oh my god.
Let's go take a picture. Let's go take a picture.
Yeah. All right.
Okay.
And I'm
Mhm.
ready. Yeah, come on, booms this week. Well, we don't have any pictures out because I don't.